Hi, this video today is to introduce the Rota Loo to you and some of its unique features which are unique to the Rota Loo, which might be of interest to you. This here is the smallest of the Rota Loos. It's the Rota Loo 650. The name comes from the amount of clearance that you need. So you have about 650 mil underfloor clearance that you require for the system. It is a split system like all the larger capacity ones are. So your toilet pedestal, for example, would sit here, or you cut the chute lower for the pedestal to sit wherever you require relative to your floor height. The RL 650 is a 4-person permanent system. Then you have the RL 950, which is needs a 950 mil clearance, so it's about yay high. With that system, you can actually have 2 pedestals attached to the system. So you can have one here and one there, 2 chutes. Obviously, in your construction, you require the bathroom wall to be a shared wall here for them to be like that. And then there's also the Rota Loo 2000 or the Maxi, which is like a commercial size. The Rota Loo 650 and 950 have the same size footprint, they're just different height. The Maxi or the 2000 is quite a bit bigger and it needs about 1 meter of clearance. That's a 20 people permanent use system. The 950 is an 8 people permanent use system. The 650 is a 4 people permanent use system. One of the great advantages of the Rota Loo is that it can be run as a enclosed system. What that means is that virtually all other systems have a excess liquid strain. So any of the liquids, when there's more urine obviously than number 2s in the system, usually goes and gets taken out in into a Sika trench. However, the Rota Loo is constructed, being quite a large bin like that and black, that if it's installed correctly, which means that part of the Rota Loo actually points in a northerly direction, it means that the Rota Loo itself heats up and all the liquids are evaporated and get taken out through your vent pipe. Here you've got your fan, which is either 12 volt or 240, and also additional to that is the whirlybird. Here you have the vent inlet. This is a bit of a mock-up. You can have the vent inlet coming from the other side or wherever you want. So the system works with air being drawn in through here and through your pedestal. There's always negative pressure at your pedestal, which means it's a totally odor-free system, like all good composting toilets are. So the air is drawn in and then is drawn across the pan where the liquids sit, and because it's hot, it evaporates and then gets taken out through your vent stack here. So if it's installed correctly, it's totally enclosed, which means it can be installed right next to sensitive waterways. I mean, there are installations where it's right next to a dam, for example. Check with your local council, of course, but that's how it can be installed, and that's unique to the Rota Loo. The other thing that the Rota Loo has, which a lot of people really like, is that the composting all happens inside the unit. It's a batch composting system, so there's several bins in there, but unlike other systems where you have one bin, take that out, set it aside to compost, put the other bin in, it all happens within the system. So let me just show how it works. So you undo your latches there. This is the sealed access hatch here, and as you can see, these units are numbered. So you have the first bin numbered 1, so that gets filled. I'll just show you what it looks like. So this is lined with a geotech liner. It comes with a set of liners as standard for you to set up. These are the drainage holes, and any excess liquid drains into the pan there and then gets evaporated. So when bin 1 is full, you move it on, you fill bin 2, you move it on, you fill bin 3, etc., etc. when you come round, let me just do the shortcut, go the other way. When it comes round and you filled bin 6 and you're back onto bin 1, this has broken down. It should take 6 months, maybe longer, for this filling up to happen. This will be totally broken down. So you take this out, you empty it according to your local council regulations, and you put a bin liner back in, you put it back in, you close it all up, and that has you've exchanged one container. The good thing is that the contents are totally broken down by the time you handle them. The other thing you can do with a Rota Loo is that this top, although it's obviously screwed down, you can undo this and it can be turned and swiveled. So you can put your input chute wherever you want relative to the access hatch of the Rota Loo. So if, for example, you need this to stick out a bit further, you can turn this around. It can be over there, or it can be at a 90 degree, wherever you want. So it's a quite an adaptable system. And being totally enclosed, it's fantastic for particularly where you are in water catchment areas, sensitive waterways. It does have a little drainage cap here, so if it's not vital for you to run it as a totally enclosed system, you can attach an excess liquids hose to that outlet there. And that makes it a little bit more robust if it's not in a ideal situation installed. Or also, of course, if you ever want to hose it out, that's your outlet there. Anyway, so Green Loo is proud to stock the Rota Loo and be a distributor for the Rota Loo. It's an Australian-made system, made from recycled plastic, like a lot of our units are as well. And I can only highly recommend it.